Let me tell you something. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time.
What's going on, guys? It's Brendan from Market Makers. I hope everybody had a fantastic Memorial Day weekend, remembering all of those that gave us the freedoms we have today. I thought it would be fun to show you the S&P using pictures. Maybe you're not technically inclined, maybe you're new to the channel, maybe you just want to understand this whirlwind roller coaster rocket ship that we have been on in the S&P for the last year plus. Well, let's go over our little story time, shall we? If we back up, going back to April of 2025, big announcement came out. Tariffs. The panicked monkeys all freaked out. They told you on TV, they told you on YouTube, oh my God, tariffs will crash the U.S. economy. Tariffs caused the Great Depression. Both of those I told you were incorrect. Tariffs would strengthen the U.S. economy and they're deflationary. And what happened? The market sold off. We went down 20%. Now, when we went down 20%, the clowns at the bottom in the media class and on Wall Street told you, don't buy the market yet. It's going down 50%. This includes big names like Paul Tudor Jones, your biggest influencers on YouTube, your Soloways, Peter Schiffs, Harry Dents, these people that have hundreds of thousands of followers. Podcasts were chock full of the doomers. Every Monday was a Black Monday and the market would fall apart. In reality, what did you have? You had a rally so obvious that even Stevie Wonder saw it coming. Sorry for the color wash here on our blind emoji, but Christopher Nolan did the casting for this. I gave you the exact bottom of 48.20 a week before it occurred. I shared with you my trades on Solana, on silver, on Tesla, and I told you we would have a bull case and a bear case. Back when we were at 48.12, we would hit 7,000 on the S&P in the base bull case and 7,500 in the max bull case. And what happened was the strongest turnaround rally in stock market history. SpaceX would be proud. Rocket ship of 46% rally to the upside. Now, when we zoom in, going forward here, let's zoom in and see what happened as we went up in our little story time, right? So every time we got a pullback, like in October, you'd have Douchebag McGee and a bunch of YouTubers make thumbnails, tell you this is it, this is the crash, now we're going down 50%. It was a pullback. And then in November, this is it, this is the crash, now we're going down 50%. And it was a pullback. We eventually got to our target here of 7,000 cash money. And then what happened? The Iran war happened. The big dumb robot, the algos in the market, sold the market off. And now D. McGee and his friends all came back out and told you, oh my God, the market's crashing once again, 50%. Oil's going to $250. Everything's going to fall apart. You're going to be living in your mom's basement. You need to leave the cities. Nuclear war is upon us. And what happened? Well, D. McGee and his friends got upset because all you got was once again a pullback of 9%. And what followed after that? Another rocket ship record-breaking historic rally based on earnings coming in with the strongest earnings outside of a recessionary recovery in multiple decades. Unemployment fell. The continuous claims fell to a low not seen since 1969, and you rallied upwards and onwards to where? My max bull case of 7,500. Ka-ching! Is this the end of the story, boys and girls? Well, let's zoom into the charts a little bit more, because when we zoom into the charts where we are, we had a new all-time high on Monday. What we are waiting on, and the reason this is a shorter update, is the news of the deal going through with Iran. If the news with the deal with Iran goes through, all of my targets have been hit, But wait, there's more. You're going higher. Remember, fractal-wise, we've rallied into July the last 3 years in a row. We could do the same thing here. We could rally really rapidly into June. I'm waiting to see, but my targets are going to be 7720 to 7800, and if it gets super bullish, you could be pushing towards 8,000 with this summer rally. Every target I have given you has been hit over the last year, including when the S&P was all the way down at 4,800, hitting our 7,000 target. This is not because I'm the best in the world at this. This is just market math. And everybody in this space likes to tell you that they're a contrarian and go against the consensus. But in reality, what happens is every time you are at extreme fear, the market turns fearful, the thumbnails turn fearful, and everybody, the consensus that is wrong every single time. Use the emoji guide and go back and look at the last year, and you will see that I am absolutely correct on that. Let's move forward. By the way, guys, if you like this content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'm sure people are clicking the unsubscribe button right now. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as check out Bitunix and SimpleFX. You want to support the channel. I'm not monetized. All that information is right there in the video description, and you can join us on our Discord, which is a lot of fun. You get my sarcasm there as well with the join button right there on YouTube. And let's look at oil. This is what all it boils down to, guys. Oil's at 97 right now, went all the way down to 93. If we get the deal done, you're going back into the 80s. Oil will fall, markets will rise, cryptos also will rise. We're getting to cryptos. If we start actively bombing again, then oil's going to spike and everything's going to come down, okay? Let's look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, similar thing. We don't need to do story time on NASDAQ. Every single target I gave you on NASDAQ since April of last year was hit. 26.2 was hit, 28.4 was hit, and 30K was crossed this morning. So if we continue our summer rally, 31.8 is the next level I would like to see us get to. That's going to require a deal to be done with Iran. Now, let's look at what the best map, the best correlation for Bitcoin is, and that is quite simply Bren theory. This is tech, software, IGV, Bitcoin in gold, tech, software in hot pink, 80% correlation on a 30-day rolling average. Look what's happening with tech software. This is all you need to know. Hot pink. What's it doing? Breaking out. Look at the correlation for tops. Look at the correlation for bottoms. You see it all over the place here on this chart. Again, 80% correlation, not a perfect correlation, 80%. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and continue. The only chart that matters on Bitcoin is this chart. 3-day chart zoomed out so you can see it. What do we have on Bitcoin? We have bullish movement to the upside. We have an intermediate term downtrend since October. The part that most YouTubers cannot wrap their head around is this is a near-term bullish uptrend. You have your low, you have your higher low, you have your higher low. Same with your highs. This is a near-term bullish uptrend, 3 rising valleys. You want to hold support. You have support down here at 74 and down here at 73. These are the 2 areas you need to hold your support, just to be nice to have the 3 rising valleys here. Ultimately, the target predictions I've given you since Bitcoin was trading in the 60s, base case, we're going to 86 to 92K. That's the base case. Crypto has been massively underperforming the historic rallies in the stock market, and you can thank your biggest crypto influencers for that with nothing but FUD. I just saw it again last week. Everything from Mark Cuban saying Bitcoin lost a plot. He's transitioned his grift to go back to the markets, buddying up to Trump now. And then you've had other people who have been big advocates for crypto now telling you they're concerned about crypto. There's a problem with crypto. And continuing that transition would be Lynn Alden, who was also spreading FUD about Bitcoin, right? So that's just the name of the game, guys. People want to be seen as something that they're not. And, you know, that's how they're playing their game. So 100K to 112 is the bullish scenario here. I think we're going to get this rally regardless to 86 and 92. Bullish scenario for me is 100K to 112, and our kill box right here, 618, 786. That's where I'd be looking for some type of top. And if you want to see this zoomed out even more, what does this look like? Near-term map here. This is your 3 hills to a mountain. Hill 1, Hill 2, Hill 3. Your mountain is coming after that. Again, this is nothing more than a measured move off of your 2022 low to your all-time high. Now, when we look at this from the technical perspective, what does this mean? I'm looking for this rally, like I've been saying, to come up and try to test that fractal right about 100K. So we get our movement up, and then we will get a sell-off with the markets once they correct when the summer rally's over. This could be a higher low. It could be a double bottom, and then you will rise up. The most bullish time of the year is November to April. When is all the big crypto YouTubers, Crypto Rick and his D-bag friends all predicting the bottom in crypto? Don't buy anything till October, November. You're going to see them finally come on board. They've done a great job of suppressing the price of Bitcoin. It's like the biggest psyop in crypto. And understand, this is a controlled market. The whole crypto market cap, all the shit coins, Bitcoin, all the coins, is smaller than one single stock in the Mag 7. So if you think about all of Wall Street, all of media, if they were concentrating on one stock, telling you what a piece of shit it is, guess what would happen with that stock? You would have people that follow that media selling that stock, money managers selling that stock, and you see it all the time. You've seen it play out with Meta a couple of times, and it's the same thing you've seen in crypto, but they're wrong, and we're going to be going up. We're going to sell off with the retracement once the market's top. We'll see if we can hold the higher low or if we double bottom. But ultimately, I think by April of 2027, you are going to be at 170 to 200K Bitcoin by April of 2027. And then you will be going up. My cycle high, based on the market math, again, is 200 to 250K here for Bitcoin, completing this beautiful technical pattern. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys later in the week. Take care, everybody.